So this is the second part of yesterday's video, and this is more of a tapping sequence, tapping meditation, looking at more of the narrative content of what's going on in the thoughts. And it's thoughts about yourself, thought like kind of repetitive and recursive thoughts in your own mind, and then worry about the thoughts that are going on in other people's minds, whether they're thinking good or bad about us and whether they're judging us appropriately or not. So without any more talking from me, we'll go straight into the second part of that video. So if you want to find yourself in a comfortable position, hand on the belly, hand on the chest, notice what you notice in the body. Take a breath, tune into where you are, notice the feelings, sensations in the body, notice the space around the body, and we'll begin tapping as soon as you're ready. Now, if it feels appropriate and right, you can repeat some things after me, and if not, you can AdLib, or you can just sit and listen. All these thoughts and feelings, thoughts and feelings running around in my mind. Repetitive thoughts and feelings. Thoughts and feeling loops in my mind. All these thoughts and feelings. I'm willing to loosen my grip. These thoughts and feelings. And relax the muscles of my face. And let them breathe organically. And take a back seat while I let them express. And I just listen. All these thoughts and feelings. Repetitive thoughts and feelings. If they're repeating themselves over and over, they're clearly trying to tell me something important. Something about what they need. Something about what I need. And I'm open to knowing what that need is. So I can endeavour to get it met. As best I'm able right now. I am willing to learn what it is that I need. I worry about these thoughts and feelings in my own mind. And then all of that worry, I project onto other people. I project outwards onto other people the things I'm worried they might think about me. Even though I can't control what they think about me. As much as I really might want to. So I just worry about it in my own mind. Because at least if I worry about what they think about me in my own mind, part of me thinks that I can control it there. And sometimes I try to adapt my behavior. So that people will think well of me. Because secretly I'm really terrified that they're really going to think badly of me. It really doesn't feel safe for people to think badly of me. And there are some situations where it's really true. That if people think bad of me, it could actually be quite dangerous. And so no wonder I'm scared. It makes total sense. And I'm not here to judge myself for being scared. I recognize that's my brain trying to protect me. My body mobilizing for a threat. This sense of worry. Any sense of dread. Any sense of anxiety. Any life-affirming anger. Trying to protect my boundaries. Any sense of powerlessness, helplessness, or shut down. All of the different responses I could have to things that I've imagined in my own mind that people might be thinking about me. And a part of my brain thinks that if I can rehearse my response to that, and practice what I would say and do, if it came to light that other people actually thought those things, that would actually help me. A part of my brain thinks that it would actually help me to pre-rehearse these scenarios. That's the part of my brain governed by survival stress. And I'm willing to release that survival stress. Because it's an expensive tax on the system. And I'm willing to relax as deeply as I'm able. Albeit completely imperfectly. But as much as I can. To be present with my experience. Because the more I can practice breathing into and alongside my experience, the greater influence and power I'll have my autonomic nervous system. The greater influence and power I have with my nervous system, the better I'll be able to respond in the moment. The more present I'll actually be able to be. And the more deeply I'll be able to hear exactly what's needed right here, right now. And then the better I'll be able to deliver that. Which is going to help me navigate the situation so much better than if I'm trying to navigate some imaginary situation in my mind. So much worry about other people's thoughts. So much worry about what other people think of me. And one of the reasons I worry about what they think of me is that a part of me fears it might be true. What if they think bad of me? And what if they're actually right? What if it isn't just their opinion? What if it's an objective, actual fact? That I'm the terrible person that they think I am. Or the terrible person that I think they think I am. And I'm so afraid of being that terrible person. Because what if they withdraw their love? What if they leave or abandon me? Or start to act hostile towards me? And then what if I crumble and collapse? And have to abandon myself in order to appease them. What if I have to sacrifice my authenticity in order to keep the peace? I would feel so ashamed. I would feel so bad if they thought bad of me. Even though it's nothing I have any control over. Because the reality is, I'm going to be some people's hero. And I'm going to be other people's villain. No matter what it is that I do. Some people are always going to find a reason to hate me. even if I try to live the best life I possibly can, for them and for me. And I stick by my principles. And I'm really sincere in what I'm doing. Some people are still going to think bad of me. And that's an uncomfortable reality. To gently acclimatize myself to. But I'd much rather live in that reality than in some deluded fantasy that if I just do everything right and everything perfect all of the time, no matter how terrible that makes me feel and how chronically that underserves me, then maybe everything will be okay. And maybe everyone will like me. If I could just never make a mistake, then everyone would like and love me forever. Releasing all my emotional attachment to all these fantasies that everyone's going to like me. Releasing all my emotional attachment to all these deep needs to try to control the narrative in other people's heads. And releasing all of the survival stress associated and connected to the upkeep of this impossible task. It's an energetic black hole. And all of the time and energy I waste on trying to manage how I appear in other people's minds depletes me hugely and deviates me from my authentic self. My authentic expression, and my truest form of integrity. And so as I accept and integrate this reality and sit with these facts, and gently let them land inside me, I can also find peace. And I can also find rest. And the idea that it's not my job to please everyone. People are adults. And they can handle their own disappointments. They can handle their own feelings. And if I start to treat them that way, with that kind of respect, they might actually start to act that way too. Because the way I treat people matters. And the way I treat myself matters too. So I'm willing to try to learn to respect myself enough not to keep reaching my energy outside of myself. And projecting my worst fears. Onto others by imagining in my own head what might be going on in their heads. I'm willing to be present. I'm willing to be here right now and show up for my discomforts and show up for my pains and nurture and support them. And connect deeply with them to help them feel safe. And help them align within me with the truest and most authentic version of myself. Oy. That was a long one. Notice what you notice. Notice if there's been any shifts or any reflections on potential fears about what's going on in other people's brains and how that might affect us, how that affected us in the past and how that might affect us in the future, and whether all of those things that did happen in the past are still relevant now, whether we need to drag them from the past and project them into the future, or whether we can just be present and calibrate to reality as it is right now. So hope you found that useful or managed to get something from that. Please do leave comments and feedback in the section below. Obviously, if you are getting some value from these, like, subscribe and share. Thank you for watching. Thanks for your time and thanks for your interest in this kind of work. I'll see you in the next video.